Good evening to my general viewing audience. It's your man Shane Black coming back after another of his extended absences. It's just that I've been occupied. As I said, there are larger issues, such as the bullshit that the Democratic Party is trying to pull, instead of just coming out and admitting we fucking lied to try to steal the election from Donald Trump. But we're going to keep running with the same fucking lie and keep putting forth these damn stupid-ass conspiracy theories so that the two parties just keep fighting amongst one another instead of getting shit done. And speaking about two parties fighting amongst each other, we have in one corner LaDasia Lee, and in the other corner, Austin Sheffield. In one corner we have a female, biological female, I guess, all this gender identity bullshit, fuck that. There's a female over here and a male over there. And I'm not going to be too long in the commentary because I don't want to just talk about it, I want you to see about it. But feminism, rampant feminism, is what caused LaDasia well, let's just let you see about it. Please watch the whole news article. Thank you, WFAA, for making this damn video, and then I'm just using this shit right here. Have a look.
Good evening, I'm Chris Lawrence, and tonight we are live here in Deep Ellum to get to the heart of a case that has been gut-wrenching and controversial at nearly every turn. A woman whose face was used as a punching bag is now in trouble herself. We'll explain why she's facing felony charges, how the community is responding, and what happens next. Here's Rebecca Lopez.
This video of LaDasia Lee being punched was seen all over the world.
He charged me. He just kept going.
But what police say isn't on tape is what she did after the assault. They say Lee took a heavy object and smashed it against the suspect, Austin Sheffield's truck, breaking out his window and causing $3,000 in damage.
In this case, based on her own admission, based on the physical evidence, based on witness testimony, it was pretty clear that she committed that offense.
So the Dallas Police Department filed a felony criminal mischief because of the amount of damage and issued a warrant for her arrest.
I mean, you can't do that. You've got to call the police, let them handle it. You can't turn around and be your own kind of vigilante.
Sources say the decision to file the charge was approved by Chief Renee Hall. That immediately drew criticism from the victim's attorney. Lee Merritt tweeted, "Victims of savage assaults cannot logically be held responsible for damage done to their assailant's property during or immediately after their attack."
We understand that there are some people that are upset, and it's not the intention of the Dallas Police Department to pick one side or the other.
The Dallas District Attorney says he was blindsided by the decision. The DA had no prior knowledge that an arrest warrant was issued. When and if charges reach the DA's office, we will take appropriate action. Lee has not been arrested yet, and the Dallas Police Department could let her surrender without physically handcuffing her and taking her to jail.
So we want to know what you think. Get out your phones and click on the Vote Now tile. Are the charges against LaDasia Lee fair? And as you start voting, we want to remember what got us here to this point. Remember, it was 4 o'clock in the morning, not very many people out. Sheffield was trying to get out of this parking lot and turn out of here onto Elm Street. She was parked right in front of the driveway facing the wrong direction. She had just tried to drop off a friend across the street at the hostel. They start arguing, and at some point she pulls back here into the parking lot and he starts walking towards her. She threatens to mace him if he comes any further, but as she's saying this, she's getting out of the car. He then pulls out his gun. She pulls her phone to perhaps call 911, and that's when you see him slap the phone out of her hand. She pushes or hits him, and that's when the punching starts. Look, you've seen it. We don't need to show it all to you. You've seen it enough by now. But it was brutal enough that it has galvanized the community here. And as Matt Howerton explains, they are not going to let this go.
Their voices echoed through Deep Ellum. Just days after LaDejanique Lee was punched multiple times by bartender Austin Shuffield. And now, during this neighborhood's biggest week of the year, the week of the Deep Ellum Arts Festival,
this is a big year for us. 25 years in this iconic town has been wonderful.
protesters say they'll return, and even louder this time.
They always have to find a way to make a victim a suspect.
When Lee was suddenly charged today with the felony for vandalizing Shuffield's truck after she was hit, activist Dominique Alexander vowed on Twitter, if this happens, we will shut down the Deep Ellum Arts Festival. Hashtag enough is enough.
I know that the community will be outraged and the community will protest.
The festival kicks off Friday. 100 bands, 200 artists, and it's the 25th anniversary.
This is a melting pot, and that's what makes it such a great event.
Founder and coordinator Stephen Millard says the event is all about inclusion, but added that it would be a shame if it were disrupted in any way.
This is not a place for protest. This is a place for love. If people do come in and they want to have a platform, we'll work with them if they have something they want to express in a peaceful way.
And while this community prepares to be the center of protest this week,
but that's a lone act of one individual.
Concert promoter Gavin Malloy says owners of bars and clubs are just as outraged about what's happened.
I don't feel like this instance is representative of Deep Ellum by any means.
But nevertheless, it's an instance that Dallas must process, no matter how much it hurts.
All right, as Matt alluded to, this has been extremely painful for a lot of folks here, and we're still a ways off from any sort of resolution. So what comes next? As Rebecca said, she still has to turn herself into police, and because this is a felony charge, it eventually have to go to a grand jury. And you'll want to stay with us tomorrow because there is a protest planned for right outside City Hall. Now, just a few minutes ago, we asked you, are the charges against LaDejanique Lee fair? And thousands of you, about 1,600, have already voted. About 53% of you say the charges are fair, and about 47% of you say, I should say 53% of you say the charges are not fair. 47% of you say no, they're not. So almost evenly split right there. Look. We came here to Deep Ellum because we think this story is important. And based on everything that you have shared with us on social media, it has clearly touched a nerve. I can tell you we're going to keep working this story, and you'll want to stay with us because we will bring you the latest updates as anything develops, both here on air and, of course, on WFAA.com. Izzy?
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, it has happened again, another chemical.
There you go. See, I wanted my future videos to focus on larger issues. And just by that tally at the end of his report, 53% say she should not be charged and 47% say she should. That's too fucking close. It's too fucking close. And skewed, not skewed. It should have been more along the lines of 87 to 90% say she should not be charged, and only 10% that she should. You saw it yourself. And actually, well, you just saw what they showed you. Let me show you what I'm going to show you. Because Austin Shuffield, I can't really say he beat the shit out of her, and then she's just stronger than she looks. Or he's weak as a biatch. Biatch. Because he couldn't put her down. But look at it again. Look at it 2 more times. Have a fucking look.
Bro, that car was sitting here facing the wrong way, and her homegirl walked in.
Bro, you're in big trouble, bro.
Hey, bro, chill, bro. That's a female. Bro, that car was sitting here facing the wrong way, and her homegirl walked in.
big trouble, bro.
Hey, bro, chill, bro. That's a female.
There you go. Bam. That first shot to the head was clean. The second shot, she managed to cover up a little bit, because you know, no boxing or whatever, because you put your arm up because you see that hook coming. The arm up. So because she had the arm up to block the hook, he came with two uppercuts. One caught her, looks like on the side, on the cheek, and the other looked like he hit her ass in the chin. Possibly could have knocked some of them chiclets loose. And hope if she had her mouth closed, and she'd be all right. And then a final shot to the dome. 5 shots in all. Kind of like I got 5 shots of special hydrating water. But now, you saw a couple of things. One, you saw he had a gun in his hand. Honestly, I don't know why the fuck she is continuing to attempt to converse with him, and he has a firearm. That is how people get shot. You're a female, he's a male. There was no need for him to pull a fucking gun unless he's a bitch. And the fact that he didn't knock you out, maybe he is a bitch. But I'm not here to place judgment. So you need to pull your gun out to intimidate a black female. Then, yes, you see, you're looking at something on her phone, and you slap the phone out of her hand. Now, you may have hit her hand slightly, somewhat, when you slap the phone out of it. However, LaDejanique, here's where you're fucked up. Because of feminism. Rampant feminism. You see, yes, you can have equal pay as a man. Folks don't have a problem with that shit. You don't want me to hold the door open for you because you're equal right? Fuck that shit. Oh, get the damn door yourself. Want to get out the car? There's a doorknob right there, door handle. Pull the motherfucker up and then shit, get your ass out the car. But when it comes to physical altercations, you see, it appears to me, LaDejanique, you let that equality shit go to your motherfucking head. Just like his fist. Austin Sheffield's fist subsequently went to your head. Looking at the video, maybe if you were a man or a male, LaDejanique, you could have whooped his ass. But even if you won that fight, you'd have just got shot. But you hit him. So he slapped the phone out of your hand, you hit him, and then he commenced to whooping your ass. That is because you bought into that feminism bullshit, thinking you could fight a man. Now, when I saw a portion of it, I was so pissed off. This white piece of shit whooping a black female. I said, I don't know if you're a lady, a woman, or a nig. What was I saying? But to see him fuck you up like that just angered me. And I don't know you from Adam. I know you from the homeless bitch that lived 2 cities down the road. But technically, you're one of us. And I was mad. Then when I saw the rest of the video, I was irritated. I was irritated that you could be so fucking stupid to do what you did. And now let's take them up. Somebody show this to LaDejanique. Just mark the number of minutes at which point in the video this shit is. Because LaDejanique, you and I need to pray. Because you need to thank God that your black ass is still alive after the stupid shit you did. you know he has a gun because he showed it to you and he allegedly pointed it at you. So he slapped the phone out of your hand, go pick the motherfucker up. But you want to hit someone who has a gun. Someone who was cowardly enough that he had to pull a gun on you in an attempt to intimidate you because he's such a bitch that his size and his verbiage and his posture couldn't intimidate you, so I'm gonna pull a gun. And then you wanna act like you still not intimidated. You lucky motherfuckers ain't going to your funeral right now. Stupid ass. Stupid. You are stupid for believing that feminism bullshit, like you can get up there and fight a man, and you're as dumb as fuck for trying to fight somebody with a gun. So just be glad you're alive. Live each day like it's your last, because that should have been your last day on March 21st. Then we've got the institutional racism that came afterwards. You see, the only reason I'm bringing this shit up now, that was March 21st, was this like, it's got a 10, it carried the 1, 2, 3, so that's 13 days ago. Because today is April 3rd. And last week, the DA's office, oh shit, I lost the thing. Well, we'll just say, it don't matter what his name is. The DA's office requested information from the police on that incident. See, police investigate and the DA decides whether or not to charge somebody. In this case, the Dallas Police Department, and that was, what the fuck, you, Renee Hall, I believe it is. You, for what you did was unconscionable. Because you're black. That's right. You, Renee Hall, is black and decided to charge this black woman. You heard the reporter. Decided to charge her after she got her ass whooped. Let me ask you now. I can't imagine somebody beating the shit out of me. That's probably because I have my own gun. And when you have that concealed carry permit, well, what the fuck? Actually, it helps you to try to keep the situation calm and controlled, because you know you have your two buddies, Smith and Wesson. Actually, it's one buddy with two names. First name Smith, last name Wesson. And actually, my buddy's got one name, and it's Glock. So you don't want to pull that shit out, because there's too many questions to answer after the fact if the police get called. 1, don't leave the scene. 2, put your shit down when they get there. 3, tell them you fear for your life. Do those 3 things, and for the most part, you should be all right. But you, Renee Hall, jumped the gun. DA asked for the information, wasn't going to charge nobody. Then today, they issued that arrest warrant. It was either today or the 2nd for LaDeja Lee. And that was the police doing, because the DA said, what the fuck? This shit hit me by surprise. How the fuck did this shit happen? All because of you, Renee Hall, another black female. What, were you jealous? But what do you think? Because I don't want to go on too long, so I'm looking at this shit right now. And with the 6-minute videos, it's like, damn, they're going to be 20 minutes. I'm going to tell you what I think. No, I'll tell you what I think in a minute. As I almost forgot something. After they decided to charge her, where is it? Well, you saw the story, so you know what she was charged with. And there was an uproar and a protest. I actually probably charged it the 2nd because you had the protest. Then they decided to upgrade the charges against Austin Sheffield. You see, initially, Austin Sheffield, who beat the fuck out of her, and you saw it. You saw how savage that shit was charged with 2 fucking misdemeanors. I mean, I know it's 2 charges, but they're misdemeanors. And you charge her with a felony? Used to be, if you got your ass whooped bad enough, like back in school. So, if you got your ass whooped bad enough, the other kid would get suspended and you wouldn't. Because they say, well, shit, you already got your punishment. You getting your ass whooped was your punishment. So we're going to punish the winner, and you got yours, so heal up and bring your ass back to school later. Austin Sheffield was the winner of that fight and still needed to be punished. Deja Neek was the loser. She got her punishment that night. Justice was served that night. And then you want to double up because you're Dallas. Fuck you, Dallas PD. I don't give a damn if the police chief is black and female. The people who shuffled Sheffield's ass into the jail, 3 of them was black. And you see he shaved his beard, motherfucker probably trying to hide. Motherfucker beard. Excuse me. Yeah. But originally his charges, because I know I digressed. He was originally charged with assault causing bodily injury and interference with an emergency call. Now the thing is, Sheffield had no license to carry that fucking gun. Why wasn't that part of the original charges? And that's why I made this video. The fuck on. When a person's race determines what they will be charged with, if they will be charged at all. Black woman, we gonna start and charge that shit to the max. Charge the fuck out of her. White man, well, we gonna start his shit at the bottom. Uh-oh, people are mad, so now we'll upgrade his charges, which were upgraded to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and unlawfully carrying a weapon. What the fuck? You didn't know he was unlawfully carrying that shit when you first did that them damn charges? That's why it's a bigger issue, because the Dallas Police Department is fucking over black people. That's probably why they had 3 black police officers escorting his ass into the jail. To show, look, we got black folks on the force. We got black folks on the force. We can't be racist. My friend is black. My officers are black. The chief is black. So now, what do you think? And as I will tell you what I think. I agree with her lawyer. The fact of the matter is, after you get your ass whipped, and I have no experience in that, but after you get your ass whipped, I can only imagine that you would still want to cause harm to the person who fucked you up. And then apparently he was leaving. He was in his truck, which is why you had to throw that jumper box at him. It busted his shit. Apparently it's supposed to be allegedly $3,000 worth of damage. I'd have sent that motherfucker back to get another estimate. Because it's between $2,500 and $30,000, that makes it a felony in Dallas. So you get you another estimate. $2,450, tax included. And then that shit would be a misdemeanor. I vote that she already received her punishment and let her go. And let her sue the fuck out of this bartender. And everybody should remember his name so that when he gets out of jail, he can't get a fucking job. Boom.